Hey loves, today is Tutorial Tuesday. So today I'm going to be showing you a quick tutorial of how to print and cut using Silhouette Studio, okay? I had posted a message in the group asking what is something that you want me to show you how to do. And someone said to print and cut in Silhouette Studio. So here goes that tutorial. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to share my screen. I have my Silhouette Studio already pulled up, okay? And so I do have this image in here. However, let me just show you a quick tutorial on how to get the image in. If you do not know how already, you're gonna press File, Merge, choose your image you want. This is the image that I chose. Once I click OK, I'm going to bring it in and it's gonna load in, okay? So boom, there you go. So in order to print and cut in Silhouette Studio, of course, I'm on vacation this week, so I do not have my cutting machine with me. So I'm going to show you the prompts up until what you would do once you go to cut, okay? So first thing you are going to do with print and cut is you will come over to your page setup and you're going to highlight, you're going to go scroll all the way to the bottom. You're going to hit print and cut borders. You're going to show your print border, okay? Just for this tutorial purpose, I do have my print border set up to 8.5 by 11. I have it on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. But here's what you're going to do. You're going to come up here. And again, this is what works for me. This is what has worked for me, and I absolutely love it. I have not had any issues with it so far. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to choose whichever cutting machine that I'm working with, whatever cutting mat that I'm using. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and I'm going to click None. What you always want to do is if you're using a media size, if you want to, you can select custom. Again, we're using the letter size for this one. So this shows me where my print border is, right? And I just only want to do it so that I could bring this image here. I'm going to hold down my shift and I'm going to turn it. And I'm holding down shift so that it'll keep it proportioned and even, okay? So I'm going to come in here and stretch it out just to make sure that it's staying within the area, okay? Then here's what you're going to do. You're going to come over to the third bar, and this is all in page setup. You're going to click registration marks. You're going to make sure that your registration marks are on, okay? Then you're going to come back and select whatever cutting mat you have. If you have a Cameo 4, then automatically the cutting mat will be a 12 by 12 mat. If you have a Cameo Plus, the mat will be 15 by 15. If you have a Cameo Pro, the mat will be 24 by 24. So that's why I do this, so that I can have my image in there. I'm also going to come here in the registration area and click print bleed. And I leave the bleed radius at 0.050 inches, only because you want it to cut off as much white as it will. And with this, it will cut off it will only cut the image. You won't have any white in your print and cut image at all. So then you're going to hit send. Okay, here's the trick to that. You're going to come down and you're going to hit cut edge. If you just hit cut, you may run into it putting it in all different areas. But when you cut edge, you're cutting just the outer part of it and it's thicker. The line is thicker. And as you can see, there is some areas like right here that need to be shrunk and right here. So I'm going to come back in and make it just a little smaller. I'm going to press send again. And boom, once you hit cut edge, you're going to choose whichever material that you're working with. 9 times out of 10, if you are using printable vinyl for this, then you, of course, are going to scroll up until you see heat transfer and then printable light fabric. There is a printable dark fabric that they do have up here. I always choose dark. I don't ever use right here. We're going to use the dark. And then once you click it, you're going to load your paper onto your mat. You're going to print it first, okay? Once you hit send, and before you even hit send, I would suggest that once you have it, you're going to go up to file, and you're going to choose print. And there you go. It's going to print your registration marks. Okay. Once it print out, put this on your mat, hit send, cut around your edge, print it, and guess what? You have the perfect printed image. So my loves, that was our mini tutorial for today. If you have any questions, you can absolutely put them in the group for me. I'll be more than happy to answer them. As always, my darlings, remember, crafting with Sheena. I'll definitely get you where you need to be. Bye, my loves.